Hey Gemini, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your February love reading. So we're going to find out what your person doesn't want you to know, Gemini, okay? It's crazy, guys, because I did your reading, and when I went to go upload them, I got it mixed up with like Taurus, potentially Cancer. I don't know what I did, okay? I just know 1 minute I was talking about Gemini, next minute was Cancer. I don't know. Anyway, so we got to do this again, all right? So let's get in. So what is Gemini's person hiding from them? What is it that Gemini's person doesn't want them to know? So we have a vicious cycle. So your person, Gemini, is feeling that you guys just go through it over and over and over again. And at this point, you know, starting over again, you know, is for what? Okay, so the Fool is the energy of all signs, okay? So you could be dealing with pretty much anybody at this point. But I feel like there's some type of new start that you guys are entering into. However, your person feels like, what's the point, right? We're just going to go through the same thing that you guys have gone through before, okay? So we have the card of messy, drama, and burdens, and the card of surprises. So your person could feel like you guys ultimately just have some issues, Gemini, okay? They may not be expressing this to you, but I feel that part of them is feeling like they're wanting to close the door. Or Gemini, reverse the role. This could be how your person is feeling like you're thinking, okay? Like things is just, you know, a mess, and this is not what potentially, you know, they were expecting, okay? And in their mind, you know, instead of starting a new relationship, you know, they're thinking about ending it. Or maybe this is, again, what you're thinking, what they feel like you're thinking, or how you're viewing the relationship. So you guys are, you know, potentially in line for, you know, some type of separation. I feel like there could have been an argument where the two of you could have exchanged some words that were kind of messed up, okay? I feel like there's issues between the two of you, like with money, stability, security, you know, and things of that nature. But your person's feeling like this time around, you know, either they don't want any surprises, or to be honest, it was no surprise. Like, you know, this is just going to be, you know, another round, you know, of nonsense right now, okay? So this is what's on your person's mind. Like, they're just not so sure, you know, if they can heal whatever issues that, you know, the two of you have gone through, like over and over again. Like the Fool, you know, speaks of the unknown. It speaks of, you know, starting something new, you know, some type of beginning, and, you know, some type of risk. So your person could feel like starting over again, you know, it's just going into another cycle of uncertainty, you know, maybe taking a risk once again, you know, when in fact, you know, they're ready to like free themselves from this, you know, and maybe start something new, you know, go out and have, you know, a little bit of fun. So there's some trust issues going on between you and your person, Gemini, and I feel that, you know, this stuff needs to be worked on, okay? Because your person's feeling like this is just going to be another cycle of fighting, arguments, you know, burdens and things like that. So we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant can speak of marriages, higher level commitments, and things of that nature. But, you know, there's a energy here where your person is trying to like really fill this out. Like they're seeking, you know, some type of guidance when it comes to this marriage or this relationship. Like they're really not sure as far as what to do, you know, and they're sick of being caught, you know, with one situation, you know, after another, or like the card says, it's being caught in this vicious cycle, okay? So your person could be thinking about rekindling things with you, trying to bring this relationship back, but this is a struggle for them. So there is definitely some type of strong connection between the two of you with the Hierophant here and the Lover. So I feel like your person is trying to make a decision. You know, do they keep this relationship going, you know, or do they end this? Now, I feel like your person doesn't necessarily want to end this because we have this Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Swords speaks of like, you know, an ending, you know, and Would it be in reverse? In reverse, I feel like, there's some type of hesitancy. However, your person doesn't want to experience the things that they've experienced before, Gemini. Hurt, heartache, betrayal, being stabbed in the back, really things like that. There was some point in your person's experience with you where they felt like, they hit rock bottom. And I feel like they don't want to be, in that energy, ever again. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, so we have the Six of Cups. So this is, two people who have been together at some point in time, before. So your person's like, look, they love you, Gemini. They care for you, Gemini. But I feel like they don't want no surprises out of you this time. Like, seriously, right? I'm not trying to come at you guys, but this is what your person's not telling you. Like, they're trying to, I feel like, express their feelings to you. But at the same time, it's like they want to stay, but they're trying to decide. They're trying to make a choice, about this connection. Like, should I stay? Should I go? Right? Death card comes in, to bring an ending to something or to change something and or even renew something. I think this is completely up to you. So your person may not be telling you this, but they're really thinking about either ending this relationship or letting you know that something's going to have to change, or this is ultimately where, this is being led to. With the Lovers here, this is a card of Gemini and Virgo. So you could be messing with Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio. The Hierophant could be Taurus, Libra, or even a Sagittarius. But with the Hierophant here, a lot of you, this is a marriage, all right? For others of you, this is a higher level commitment, like for sure, right? In which you're going to learn something from this. All right, when the Hierophant shows up, there's something to be taught here, something that, you or your person needs to recognize, okay? Because, this speaks of higher teachings, this speaks of source, intervening, in your relationship. So there is a strong connection between the two of you, the Lovers here. All right, there's a soulmate that you could potentially be dealing with, or just a level of commitment that, is strong, so I'm not surprised to see struggles, because a lot of the times when we're in relationships where, we, love people, sometimes, things can get messy, arguments do, come about, but I feel like this has been off and on between you and your person is just like, look, either in this, change this, one or the other. But in their mind, I feel that they're trying to make that choice, but they haven't quite, given up on you yet, Gemini. So if you are misbehaving in any way, shape, or form, or if, your person's misbehaving and it's just not working out, or the two of you aren't, seeing eye to eye, I feel that, your person's just like, look, either love me or let me go. All right. So this is how, your person's feeling this month. So there's a potential here that you guys might be saving a couple dollars on Valentine's Day gifts. Okay. If the two of you don't get it together. So your person feels like, you have a temper with this Queen of Wands here. Your person could feel like maybe you're just a little bossy, a little arrogant, at times, or maybe, you're strong arming them, in some way, and they kind of want this to stop. Clearly with the Queen of Wands here, your person finds you extremely attractive, right? And there's some type of magnetism between the two of you, but I think your temper, for your person is just a little, on the spicy side, okay? Just keeping it real, okay? Don't get mad at me, all right? This is what the cards are saying, and, this is open to, suggestion, right? You guys can see the cards, you got the Fool here. So something is trying to rejuvenate. Okay. Something's trying to, work its way back around again. And we see that with Vicious Cycle here as well. But there's something here that is causing somebody, to reconsider. All right. Somebody is wanting to draw this to an end or to significantly change something. So I'm not saying that the relationship is necessarily, going to fall apart, but I do feel that your person is battling between the two. Okay. They're trying to figure out whether to end this or to, continue to make it work. Okay. Because they feel like, they feel like you're meant for them. Okay. Because the Six of Cups is a very warm and inviting, energy. It's also an energy of reconciliation. Okay. Too. So if you've already broken up with your person, and you're wondering like, hey, are we going to get this back together again? Your person may not be telling you this, but it really all depends upon, you. all right? Or, if in fact, together, you and him or them or her, can, bring this together and be mature about this, because the Hierophant, it just speaks of like marriage and things of that nature. So if you're in, if you have the Hierophant here representing your relationship, the expectation is that, you know what love is, you know how to commit to someone, you know what it takes, to be in this higher level commitment. But I feel that your person is just like, every time they turn around, there's always something happening. There's always some type of surprise. There's always something messy. There's always some type of drama, going on in this dynamic. And they're kind of just like, look, I'm over it. Okay. All right, what else do we have here? We have the Magician. The Magician is the card of Gemini, Virgo. All right, so your person's really trying to figure this out. The Magician sometimes has a tendency to reinvent things, okay? And this is what your person is wondering, like, if this is something they should do. Your person wants to do this. I feel like they want to, but there's something that's causing them to second guess, their heart. Okay, so their heart is just like, their head is like, let's do it, but the heart is like, hold on, wait a minute. Or the heart is like, I feel it, but the head is like, what, no, wait a minute. So the Magician is here trying to really concentrate and figure out, if this is worth it this time. Should I put my power? Should I put my energy? Should I put my resources, into this relationship with Gemini? Because, they're just not so sure, how it's going to turn out. Is it going to turn out like before? Is it going to be better this time? Should we start over again, right? Your person doesn't want any surprises. So what they don't want you to know is if they haven't, cut this relationship off, look, Ten of Swords again, then their intention, is to do it, okay? Ten of Pentacles is it's a very favorable card to have in a reading, okay? So your person feels like you're worth it, all right? Because the Ten of Pentacles speaks of wealth, things, being worth your while, okay? You're just not going to spend your money on just any old thing, right? Or at least not a large sum of it, okay? But your person's just like, look, I'm invested in Gemini. I love Gemini. All right, but I don't want to go through these messy cycles again. Like your person's just like, look, either we're going to do this or I want out. All right, this is how your person's feeling right now, okay? There could be some things going on between the two of you, you or them, all right, where, somebody could just, every now and then somebody could be up to no good, or like I said, causing arguments, causing fights, being petty, things of that nature. But your person's not ready to give up, all right? They have this Ten of Pentacles here, so they're invested in this. We have the Six of Cups here, so they are really digging you, okay? You feel like home to them, all right? But there's some type of past influences that seem to come into this dynamic that's making your person question, once again, whether or not they really want to commit to you for another round, all right? So we have the Sun. You make them happy when you act right, right? Or when things are going right. I feel that there's fulfillment and prosperity, and ultimately this is the card of love. Like there's love between the two of you. Some of you could be married, some of you could have a family, of course, right? You've invested a lot here. Everybody's situation is different out there. For those of you who are married in a relationship that do have children, you could be experiencing some turbulent times, some petty arguments, something you've been around somebody for a long time and they can get on your nerves. I mean, that's just life, right? But you have to know, how to deal with it. But your person is ultimately, really fed up, right? Ten of Swords is upright this time, came out in reverse the first time. So this is the struggle, that your person's having, right? They don't want to, again, get back into this vicious cycle with you, right? If they feel like your relationship, has hit rock bottom, okay? And they don't know what to do but to end it at this point, all right? So we got Temperance on the bottom of the deck. So I see where healing is needed here between you and them. The Sun is here, which also indicates, an energy of healing and things, getting back into a good place, okay? But your person just wants to clarify this. Like they want to know like where this is going. The Ace of Wands is showing up because there is potential for the two of you. Your person feels like there's tons of potential. There's attraction, right? They're sexually, attracted to you in every way, but there's an issue between the two of you as far as how to communicate, and keep this relationship, steady. Like it's very, unstable and rocky for you guys right at this time. Look, King of Cups, they love you. They do love you, but I feel like there is a need for communication. So your person is planning on, just that, maybe reaching out, and letting you know like how they feel. Like if you're separated from this person, the reason why is because your person's just feeling like you're not giving back, right? You're not, taking care of their needs. Like they're trying to spoil you, take care of you, be there for you and all of that. But they feel like they're not, being taken care of. They feel like they're the only one in this King of Cups energy. They're the only one that's trying to make this work. Okay, death again on the bottom of the deck. And they want this type of mindset, to change. Okay, guys, if you want to build something back up again, and maybe you don't, okay, maybe this is just all your person, thinking about building and getting back together again, and maybe you don't want this, but death is here to either change something between the two of you or to end something. And most likely, it's some type of old ass cycle that you guys have been going back and forth through. Okay, so this is what's on your person's mind, coming into the month of February. Like they're tired of this. Like I said, there's trust issues between some of you, between you guys. There's a breakup that's imminent. There's some type of behaviors that could be like toxic or just energy exhausting, in some way. And I feel like, your person, truly does love you, but they're thinking that staying in this connection with you, it's almost like they feel like they're settling, for less. Okay, look, the Fool again, like, oh my goodness. And the Hermit, a lot of heavy energy coming in. We have Virgo here coming into your reading, and the Hermit, is that energy of withdrawing, right? Your person taking some time to really, search their heart, thinking about what it is, that what they want to do. Do they want this Fool, right? Do they want this new start? Do they want this new beginning? Like, what type of adventure is it going to be this time around? This is what your person, is feeling. Okay, Gemini. So that was pretty much straight and to the point. But, I want to grab another card for you guys before we go. But let me just get a couple more energies. I feel like this is so, cutthroat, right? It's just like I can clearly see what's on your person's mind, and I can see why they may be hiding this from you, because they probably don't know like how this is going to turn out, right? They don't know how this is going to be. Like, are they going to have to walk away, right? Or are they going to, make this work? They just don't know. They're confused. Because they don't want to fight, Gemini. That's what this is. They don't want to fight, anymore. But I feel like they have a decision coming up, in the future. I do feel like they're going to come to some type of conclusion as far as what, they want to do. 6 plus 3, that's a 9, and 9s are usually about closures and wrapping things up. All right, so I do feel like if you guys are on the outs with each other, they have made a decision or will be making a decision like soon. Okay, because I feel like this is stressing them out, to some extent. I feel like they're tired, right? They feel like they deserve better. They love you. Once again, there's the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, but I do feel like, for those of you who could be married, like there is some type of change that needs to be had. All right, there's some type of truth. Like maybe it's time just to be honest. Like, who's the person, or is it both of you? Like, who's picking the fights? Who's being unfair? Like, what's going on, right? There is an energy where your person wants you to be honest. They want you to be truthful. They want you to be fair. They want you to come clean. Either you want them or you don't, okay? Because I feel like they've decided that, they don't want to run the street. They don't want to be out there. Community in reverse means like they trying to be home. They're not trying to cheat on you, run around on you and things like that, but they want to get along with you. Okay, this is what they want. All right, so I do feel like suddenly you're probably going to get, some type of information from your person. Your person's going to communicate and let you know. But right now, this is all in their head, right? They're holding back, as far as like what they feel, whether they want a fresh start or whether they just want to let this go. So Gemini, let's get you a final message, and I'm going to move on. So final messages for Gemini, please. All right, what do we have here? So we have emotionless, cold, and attached. So this is how your person feels like you're you're displaying and this is how they feel, like you're displaying your emotions to them, that you're kind of cut off, that you're really not, in it, to win it. You're trying to just, doing you, and this could very well be your person. Your person could be, going into, this type of mindset as well, because of the struggles, that you guys, are going through. Again, a lot of you could have had, some type of argument where things got, a little ugly. Maybe your words were a little harsh, a little cold, and that kind of caused a separation between the two of you, and your person's just like, look, I'm just like ready to let this go. All right. So, there's also an energy here, like for those of you who could be married, like your person could be looking into like money matters, security, like, things like that, like making some type of plans, as far as like how this is going to end, like how you guys are going to divvy up, the home, the money, whatever, right? And that's just for those, who are married. But I don't know, your person feels like they can't trust you, and that there could possibly be, something toxic, about you, Gemini. I'm not going in on you guys. Don't be unsubscribing. I'm trying to get subscribers, not chase you guys away. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you've fallen, out of love with somebody, you could be being a little cold, right? You could be being a little messy, right? You could be fighting a lot. All right. It could be all of that. Or, right, just being fair, I'm just saying, if this isn't like your person coming at you or thinking about you, this is how your person's feeling, that you're thinking. They thinking that, you're probably sick of their shit, and, that you're being cold and nasty to them because of the simple fact that you guys just simply aren't getting along. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you, Gemini. This could be, your person feeling like this is how you are, okay? How you are, or how you're feeling, and that's about them. All right, I don't know, reverse the roles, okay? But I don't know, somebody feels like right now they're like literally they're settling for less, and this relationship is like running through their mind, like literally like rent free. Like this is like, they're just tired of it. All right, they're at this 10 of swords energy. Like it's like, look, this has to stop. All right, the 10 of swords period speaks of betrayal, backstabbing, pain, all of that. You got it twice here, okay? So this is somebody's energy, all right? It came out because it's something that needs to be noticed, okay? It's an area in your relationship that you need to take notice to. So maybe your person's feeling betrayed. Maybe they feel in pain. Maybe they feel like, this relationship has hit rock bottom. All right. Or they think you feel this. Whichever way it goes, take it as it resonates. I don't know, but this is what your person is not saying to you. This is what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that they're having second thoughts, about this commitment. All right. They're having second thoughts about starting something new or picking up, where you guys left off. So Gemini, this is what I have for you guys. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in your next reading.